Good morning and welcome back. So this week we are talking about bugs and insects and flowers, and yesterday we talked about the parts of a flower and how seeds travel. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about insects and bugs. So we love going on bug hunts outside, and we love looking at them, at their different colors and features and things that they have. And so what is the difference? What makes an insect an insect? So here are some things you look for to see if it's an insect. An insect will always have 6 legs. 6 legs. So a worm has 0 legs. Is a worm an insect? No, no way, no way. A ladybug has 6 legs. A ladybug is an insect. An insect not only has 6 legs, but an insect also has 3 body parts. And I want you to repeat it after me. Ready? Head, thorax, abdomen. Head, thorax, abdomen. That's what makes up an insect. 6 legs, 3 body parts. How many legs? Did you say 6? 6 legs. How many body parts? 3. And what are they again? Head, thorax, abdomen. Now, something else that insects usually have is an exoskeleton. So they don't have bones like us on the inside. They usually have a shell on their outside, okay? Exo, on the outside. So think of a ladybug. And we've found ladybugs before, right? And when ladybugs take off to fly, their shell opens up and moves out of the way, and their wings are underneath. That shell is their exoskeleton. So insects usually have that. And another thing that insects usually have are little feelers, antennas on the top. So those are the things that you look for to say, is this an insect? And you ask yourself, I found this. Does it have 6 legs? Does it have 3 body parts? Does it have feelers? Does it have an exoskeleton? So those are the things you look for. Now, if it has less than 6 legs or more than 6 legs, it's not an insect. It's a bug, right? Now, what if it has only 2 body parts? It's not an insect. It's a bug. So I think of things like a centipede, right? A centipede is very long like a worm and has a gazillion legs on either side. That's a bug. That is not an insect. So an insect, ready? How many legs? 6. How many body parts? 3. And it has, show me, it has feelers or antennas. So that is what you look for when it comes to insects, okay? When you find something, you ask yourself, does it have those things? And now, spiders, they're kind of their own special group. They're called arachnids. Say arachnid. That's a big word. Spiders, we all know they have 8 legs, right? Spiders have 8 legs, and they only have 2 body parts. Yeah, they just have their head and their abdomen. No thorax for them. Nope, nope, nope. But we can usually tell it's a spider when we find it, right? Yeah, you can tell because Miss Kelly runs away screaming like a crazy lady. Ah! Just kidding. So yeah, those are the differences between an insect, a bug, and an arachnid. Now, the book, since I'm at home, I don't have my whole library of books, you guys, and I was looking for some for this weekend. It was a little challenging, but I found 2 books that I thought you would enjoy, and so we're going to get started. We're going to do calendar, and then we'll read. I have a book called Maple, and I have a book called The Very Hairy Bear. So I'll read these today. And then we'll see each other on our Zoom call later on too. So I'm excited about that. So let's do our calendar quickly and then we'll read our stories. Days of the week. Days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday, days of the week. So we have stay-at-home Saturday and stay-at-home Sunday. Monday is always our first school day. And yesterday was Tuesday. That makes today Wacky Wednesday. Wednesday, May 13, 2020. So let's get started with our stories here. I'm going to start with this book called Maple. Maple, and this is by Lori Nichols. Maple loved her name. When she was still a whisper, her parents planted a tiny seed in her honor. And even though Flavia, Millie Jane, Lena, Lily, and Constance were all good names, Maple was the perfect fit. Just like your name's your perfect fit. And as Maple grew, so did her tree. So that is called a maple tree, you guys. Sometimes when Maple was noisy, which was a lot, her parents sent her outside to play. Her tree didn't mind if she was loud, and Maple would sing to her tree and sway for her tree, and sometimes even pretended to be a tree. On Sundays, when the wind was just right, Maple would simply lie under her tree, and its leaves would dance just for her. Then one day, Maple noticed her tree was bare, and Maple was worried her tree might get cold. So Maple took off her jacket and gave it to the tree to stay warm. Do you think trees or flowers get cold outside? Nope, they're built for that. Not like us, we get chilly. Sometimes Maple wished she had someone else to play with. The tree wasn't very good at throwing snowballs, and she wondered if the tree felt the same way. So Maple introduced her tree to a friend, but that friendship didn't last. But Maple and her tree still had each other. Look at the friend she made. It was a snowball, but the sun came out. And we all know what happens to snow if the sun comes out. Through winter and spring, all the different seasons. Then one day, something surprising happened. What happened, you guys? Is there a sprout? Is there something coming from the earth? Then something really surprising happened. Oh my, I think her mommy has a baby in her belly. Many of you have little brothers and little sisters, don't you? And it's okay if you don't worry. But lots of us have been through that when our mommies and daddies are having another baby. Maple became a big sister. Maple tried to be a good sister. If the baby was cold, Maple gave the baby her hat and gloves. If the baby was lonely, Maple would share with her special friends. But Maple couldn't always make the baby happy. Oh yes, babies can be tricky, shall we say. And when the baby was noisy, which was a lot, Maple would take her outside to play. And something magical happened. Maple's tree danced for them both. Look at them. Isn't that sweet? And And there was just enough room under the tree for Maple and her little sister, Willow. Willow is a different kind of tree, and that's her sister's name. The end. Sometimes nature can make people so happy, even babies. Nature makes me really happy. Does that make you happy? I bet it does. So I'm going to read one more short story, and then we will be on our way, and we'll see each other later at Zoom. And I'm so excited. So the other book I have is called The Very Hairy Bear. The Very Hairy Bear, and this is by Alice Schertle, and the pictures are by Matt Phelan. Deep in the green, gorgeous woods lived a Boulder Big Bear with shaggy, raggy, brown bear hair everywhere, except on his no-hair nose. A very hairy bear doesn't care that he's wet. Kerplunk. He'll even dunk his no-hair nose. In it goes when he smells fish. Each summer, he's a sticky, licky honey hunter with his bare nose deep. With his bare nose deep in the hollow of a bee tree. That was a bit of a tongue twister for me. Look at him. He's sniffing out the bee tree. What do bees make that a bear would want? I think you know. A very hairy bear doesn't care about stings and things. Even on his no-hair nose. Did he find honey? Look at how happy he is. When the summer blueberries grow round and fat on their bushes, a very hairy bear doesn't care that his nose gets blue. He eats the berries and the bushes too. He's a very full bear. Oh, look at him. He's got blueberries on all his paws. Sometimes I do that with black olives on my fingers, and I call myself the olive monster. It's kind of funny, you guys. In the fall, when quick gray squirrels hide acorns under the oak tree, a no-hair nose knows where to find them. And a very hairy bear doesn't care if the squirrels scold. He eats all the acorns he can hold. To scold, that means to yell at him, to get in trouble. The squirrel's saying, "Stop eating my acorns. Stop it, you bear." But he doesn't care. Then, when soft white snowflakes start to fall and cling to bear hair, if there's a bear there, can you spot the bear? He's starting to get hidden or camouflaged in the snow. When fish sink to sleep deep in the pond, wrapped in their silver scales. And swarms of bees sleep deep in their warm honey hives, and squirrels lay curled on heaps of nuts in hollow trees. He scratches his big brown bare behind on the roughest tree trunk he could find. He's rubbing his booty against a tree trunk. Ooh, 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 scratching himself. Old Big as a Boulder Bear crawls deep into his cave. He settles his big bare body down, all covered up by his bearskin coat, all wrapped up by his big hairy bearskin coat, except his no-hair nose. Uh-oh, look at his face. Oh, that's a sad bear. A very hairy bear does care about ice cold air on his no-hair nose, especially when he's sleepy. So he puts his big warm bear paws, his shaggy raggy very hairy bear paws, on top of his nose. What a clever bear. And goes to sleep. The end. I hope you enjoyed our circle time. I hope you tell mom and dad or brother or sister or your dog or someone how to tell if something is a bug or an insect, right? Or an arachnid. And go on a bug hunt today. Identify it. Is it a bug? Is it an insect? Is it an arachnid? You'll have to look, right? See if you can find those 3 body parts, 6 legs, feelers. There's lots to look for. So I'm excited for you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.